As many of you guys may know, my 2004 Lamborghini Candace was involved in a serious accident during the Corsa rally. I'm really sorry I couldn't share all the information earlier. To be honest, I really wanted to gather everything, get things done with insurance, figure out what I'm gonna do with the car so I can give you every bit of information and not post constant little updates. I'm really thankful for all the nice comments supporting me on Instagram and YouTube, worried about the safety of the people in the vehicle as well as what's going to happen with Candace. So here is the full story. So this is another video I never wanted to make, and I'm not even sure if I'm gonna post this, but don't let someone that you don't really know drive your car ever. So I wanted to get a ride in the Huayra to film a video. Obviously, who would give up that opportunity? And I let someone drive my car, and I've driven it 1,000 miles from Detroit, and in 2 miles, they completely ruined it. They spun out, driving it too fast. The entire rear bumper is messed up. The exhaust is messed up. Most of the wheels are messed up. The new awesome RSC tuning aftermarket front bumper is messed up. The entire wrap has to be redone. And I pretty much want to shoot myself. So there you go, fuck me. A lot of you are wondering why on earth I let someone else drive my car. In hindsight, it wasn't the best idea. But here's why. The person who crashed the vehicle was a passenger in the Pagani Huayra. And I was given the opportunity to sit in the Huayra, to ride in a Pagani Huayra and film a review on it. So I thought, this is such a rare special vehicle, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm going to take it. And the person who was driving my vehicle seemed like they had experience driving other supercars, and I gave them, I trusted in them that during the 30 minutes that I rode in the Huayra, that nothing would happen. I headed back to the scene, got to see my car all mangled up. At first, everyone who saw the accident tried to make it seem less severe than it was. Oh, it just kind of went into the dirt a little bit and it looks like just the rear bumper is messed up. And then, it turns out, there was a Corvette Z06, a brand new one, or maybe it was a C7 Stingray, behind it that had a dash cam that recorded the accident live as it happened. So I got to watch that. I had the car transported, and it ended up at a shop called Dusty's Collision. Dusty's, very professional, very nice people, looked over my car and surveyed it and determined that potentially there was more damage than just cosmetics, and they didn't feel comfortable enough dealing with the car. They didn't feel as though they had the equipment to properly give an estimate, which is very nice that they were that honest. So they wanted to bring the car to a place called Suburban of Farmington Hills. Suburban of Farmington Hills is a location that has a machine called a Select Rack. And the Select Rack, you can put the car on it, measure the frame to correct specs. It shows up on a flatbed at Suburban of Farmington Hills. I followed it with Marion actually in my Mercedes, and I show up and talk to the manager there. They told me, we are moving your car from Farmington Hills to Suburban of Troy because they can deal with all the carbon fiber bits in the car's carbon fiber monocoque. Excuse me, the car has an all aluminum space frame. There's no carbon fiber in the structural components. They were like, oh, well, I don't know if you know what you're talking about. Yes, I do. I looked this all up. And I was very curious about the structure of the vehicle after the accident, so I did a ton of research. Without my permission, they trailered the car from Farmington Hills to this place, Suburban of Troy. When I brought the car to Suburban of Troy, they said, it'll take 2 to 3 weeks to give me an estimate. Now, this is after Dusty's Collision had taken the front bumper and the rear bumper off of my vehicle and done an estimate themselves and gave all that information to Suburban Collision of Troy. They called me with an estimate. I got the estimate, and the weird part is, a year ago, the price of the front bumper was $5,500. And now, today, they quoted it at $4,000. And there was discrepancies in tons of parts, up to $2,000 per part. On the estimate, one of the sections said extra parts
$10,000. No explanation, $10,000. I call them. I said, hey, I'm gonna pick up the car on Monday. Okay, but there's gonna be some fees. A storage fee for every day the car was there, tear down of the vehicle, the alignment, and a few other charges. It took you 3 weeks to do the estimate, and you're gonna charge me for storage because you took a ridiculous amount of time instead of something like a couple days. I had my friend call, that's a lawyer. It scared the shit out of them, and lo and behold, those charges disappeared. And now I find out they're going after my insurance company for the storage fees, which shouldn't exist because on their website it says they give estimates for free. Freaking ridiculous. I am now at Suburban Collision of Troy, 3 weeks later, picking my car up. Someone has purchased my vehicle as is, so Candace has been sold, and I'm gonna move on, unfortunately. Although this was my dream car, something that I've loved for so many years, it just felt a little bit like I was having too much bad luck with the car. I am planning on getting a new vehicle. I'd love for you guys to comment suggestions below. Oh, there's the story of Candace. I really do feel bad that you guys would comment and I couldn't respond because I didn't want to respond with different bits of information each time as I learned more and more. And there's so many comments, I didn't want to respond to some of you guys, but not the others. It just seemed a little bit unfair. So here it is. Here's everything. That's what's going on. I hope you enjoyed this video. I never wanted to make something like this. It sucks. Nothing really can replace and make up for the stress and the bullshit that I had to deal with all these collision shops like Suburban Collision of Troy, yanking me around, treating me like crap, and not having a vehicle that I worked hard to purchase. But I'm gonna get this behind me. Hopefully we'll move on to bigger and better things. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like always, please browse our channel and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you next video.
I can't find my way back to you till you make amends with the demons you've been through. And I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home.